Hey, I am Desiree Cocroft, your Get Your Life coach. I am your author, speaker, transformation coach, and life strategist. And I'm here to help you think about what is this formula to build confidence. So a lot of my clients come to me and some of them don't feel as confident to do some of the things that they desire to do, whether they've articulated or not. So I want to give you 3 things that I really believe help to just build this formula of confidence, or when you put these things together, I really believe that it helps you build the confidence that you need. And so number 1 is you need to take action. And so here's the thing, a lot of times we're looking for the confidence to come from somewhere and then we're gonna automatically take action and feel good about the action that we take. When the reality is confidence is built once you take action. And I've talked about this a couple times on my other videos, that when you take action, it actually puts you in that space of feeling better about doing it again. Now, some of you may feel like, well, I've done things over and over and I've gotten not the results that I actually desire. 'Tis true. We are going to get no's when we take action, or we're going to fumble when we take action, but that's the whole point. If you can just start getting that momentum going, you can keep the movement going. And if you can keep the movement going, you can do the second thing that I think that you need to have this formula for building confidence, and that's getting feedback. So when you actually take action, that's when you get feedback. The feedback can tell you, hey, I'm actually better at this than I thought I was. Or you know what, I might need some more things to help me fill the gap. Or if I keep trying to do this a couple of times, I'm going to get better at it. Feedback is imperative, and the only way to get it is to actually take action. What's funny is I was actually talking to a client yesterday, and we were just talking about that whole piece of where sometimes we feel like we need to get a lot of information, and the more we get information, then we'll feel better about actually taking action, when in actuality, sometimes the hands-on learning, the hands-on experience, the actually doing the thing is going to be the best way for you to learn what is needed to continuously get better. Because remember, perfection does not exist. Perfection is subjective, and it is not really something that's a thing, but it's subjective in the sense of, like, some of us will feel like, oh my goodness, this was the perfect meal, or this is the perfect experience. But again, it's not perfect to someone else, which means it's not truly perfection. And so we can be okay with the fact that nothing is ever truly perfect. Then we can move on knowing that, hey, taking the action and getting better, you know, in our definition of better and our definition of success, and what our clients are, if we're someone that's serving others, that is going to be the true measurement of what really matters most. And so getting that feedback to help us continuously get better, to always kind of see what we should be doing next, is going to be really imperative to continuing to build your confidence. Again, remember that taking action is what's building that momentum, and the feedback is what's helping you get even more confident in your approach, or what things you need to shift in your approach, and then doing it again. So taking action, getting feedback, and the last thing is really just letting go. And so letting go is really important, and I think a lot of us have a hard time of letting go because we can attach our self-worth with some of our results. Whether those results are positive or negative, we can attach our self-worth to those. And so I want to encourage you, the way to continue to have your confidence intact and being able to continuously take action, get the feedback, the things that you need to continuously have that momentum, is to really let go of how the results match your self-worth. A lot of times the things that we do, we attach to our personal value and our personal self-worth, and that can really be damaging in a lot of ways, especially when we're so used to things happening to us that are successful or very positive. When something doesn't happen right away, we automatically have this feeling of, oh my goodness, something must be wrong with me. And so that's why I think that it's really important to let go. That does not mean celebrate when things are great. It does mean celebrate it. It does also mean, you know, don't attach this necessarily to your self-worth because of something that happened. It's like, that was great. This was a great experience. I'm so glad that this happened. I'm so proud of myself for doing this, and celebrating all the things. Just make sure that our self-worth is something that we think about separately. Same thing with when something negative or feedback for improvement. I believe that failure is feedback, so it's not necessarily negative. Sometimes it's just feedback. It might not be the results we want, and that's what makes it negative to us. At the end of the day, we know that when we fail or when we fall or when something happens, it also gives us feedback, just like when something positive happens, it gives us feedback. So regardless, if you're getting these results that you don't like, how can you also, compartmentalize in your mind, whether you journal, whether you have discussions with a coach or a colleague about just how this is separate from who you are. I think a lot of times when we start taking in some of those results and we start making it about who we are, that's when it's damaging. That's when we can start getting analysis paralysis, and then we don't want to do it anymore. We're like, oh, I'm not cut out for this, or I'm not good at this, and I should have did this because something's wrong with me. All the things. And maybe that's not what you deal with, but I know clients that I work with, and I've dealt with it personally too, really just starting to take some things personally to who I am. And sometimes it's really hard to do that because we've been scripted to be really attached to our results as a person. And so with that, I really want to encourage you, if you want to have this formula for confidence that can continuously be at a play for you, really work on practicing on a regular basis, kind of letting go of your results being attached to who you are. Just really see them as something separate, that whether they're good or bad, that there's something separate that's outside of you. All right. So remember, building this formula of confidence is all about taking action. Confidence is built by taking action. It doesn't just come, it happens when you start doing things. And then getting that feedback. The more feedback that you get can help you make the adjustments, help you decide if you need to get more information so you can continuously get better at what you're doing. And remember, letting go. The results are not you. The results are the results. The results are the thing that happened, but it does not describe or make or break who you are. And with this formula, you can keep taking action because, hey, when things happen great and when things don't happen great, it doesn't mean that you're a bad or a great person. It just means something didn't work or something did work. And detaching that from our self-worth. So hopefully that was helpful to you. I know that these 3 things have been what I've used to continuously kind of put myself out there. And when I haven't been putting myself out there, I can go back to this and I'm like, you know what? I'm attaching my results to who I am. Or, maybe I'm not really taking time to think about the feedback and it's just like throw the whole thing away because it didn't work the first time. These things can really help you even self-evaluate where you are if you haven't been taking action, or if you're kind of looking for confidence or scrambling for validation from someone when you really don't need any of that. You just need to take action and let go of the results as it relates to who you are, and just make sure you're using that feedback to just inform the next steps that you continue to take. So I hope this was helpful. If it was, please share with your peeps. And go ahead and look in the description box because I always have goodies for you. Remember, I have my Clarity Workbook. I also have the opportunity for you to work with me if you want to click and schedule a call with me. And you can also get my book, Getting Your Life, right? Get Your Life Today, 7 Success Hacks for Life, Leadership, and Business. So until the next time, go and be great.